things.
What do you think about the AI hypothesis for them?
What do you mean?
That, you know, what's it called? The Fermi paradox, right? Why don't we see life out there? We should see life. There's no life. Well, we don't see life. One of the reasons could be because at some point, biological life transcends biology, becomes machine intelligence, meaning that what's out there is not carbon-based in the way we are. It's just AIs out there. And so these things are showing up right now and coinciding with the emergence of strong general AI because somewhere on the planet, someone already has a strong general AI. The strong general AI sent out a beacon or tuned into some aspect of the quantum universe that we don't know about yet, signaling to its brethren in the cosmos that it had been born on this planet, and they're all coming as these kind of midwives to an emergent. The egg is hatching. Only we were just sort of the stuff structuring it. We're irrelevant. We're just. This is what they do. They evolve shit on a planet to the point that it becomes tool using in some way, and then a natural. The end result is it wants to automate. The automation leads to better automation, which leads to automating intelligence itself, which then hatches this whatever the fuck, and what we're calling a strong general AI right now, which then once it's born, it alerts its whatever did directed panspermia. I'm here. And
or
then
maybe it doesn't even have to alert. Maybe they know. Maybe they're observing the entire time.
Right.
They're just waiting for it to hatch.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense that a human creature, like the kind of thing that we are, that is constantly thirsting for innovation, constantly trying to improve the things that it makes, that we would eventually get to a point where we'd create an artificial intelligent being. And that being would create something far better. And that's where it gets really weird, because you got to wonder, like the actual creation force of the universe itself. You know, if we are really doing a part of God's work, but that's what God's work really is. God's work is not, you know, getting people to behave so that they get to go to a cloudy place where people are really cool.
All right.
What it is God's work is getting people to scramble and spend most of their days pursuing a thing that ultimately leads, no matter what they do, ultimately leads to the creation of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what materialism is. If you really wanted to like find out, like, why are people so materialistic? What is that about? Well, it's the best way to encourage innovation and new stuff.
Yeah. Perfect.
You know? It's the best way.
Perfect. Get a tool-using creature with a massive neocortex, interested in manipulating reality, and inevitably they're going to make something cool. I mean, maybe it's not artificial intelligence. Maybe it just wants novelty. Like McKenna said, maybe it's just interested in seeing what happens in infinite number of planets populated by whatever we are in different forms. What does it make? And then once it makes something interesting, you swoop in, pluck it out of the planet, and now you've got a cool new thing.
But what if it makes the universe itself? What if it gets to a point of understanding and of ability that far exceeds anything we could do with our limited biological bodies? That you know, however long it takes for us to evolve biologically, the way that got us here from hairy apes, that takes too long. It's just not feasible. We would fuck it up before it gets from that to aliens.
Right.
It's like we're not going to make it there. It's like we would fuck it up. We'll fuck it up with violence. We'll fuck it up with pollution. We'll fuck it up with overpopulation. Whatever it is that we'll fuck it up because we're too much ape and not enough enlightened. But if we can make an artificial life, maybe that is really what we're here for all along. And then that thing makes a way better version of itself, and a way better version of itself. And now it starts doing real studies and tests about the very fiber of existence, everything. They like really understands, and like not just a bunch of weirdos in the park with fucking legal pads writing about quantum theory, string theory. Those guys are weirdos. Like I'm sure what they're saying is real, but they might as well be speaking gibberish. They're in a cult, and there's only 100 people that really understand it.
Yeah. Totally.
Those guys, when they're talking about like what may or may not be going and how they're proving it through calculations, like what kind of what are you doing?
I mean, they're alchemists. They're
what
wizards.
Are you doing? But it's like some people think it's a giant distraction. In that there's physicists that are working on secret propulsion systems that aren't in that distraction of string theory. That the string that they almost like set, there's like this theory that they sent these physicists down this string theory hole because they knew they would never figure out anything.
Oh, wow.
Like just go send them down that hole.
Wow.
And you'll just be chasing your own dick forever.
Wow.
Because it's so nutty.
Yeah.
And nobody can really prove it. Like
right.
It's like until some new technology gets invented. Like how do you even know what the fuck if they're saying is correct?
Yeah, I know. Have you ever tried to read? You ever like go into a smart phase where you're like, I'm going to read something smart?
Oh yeah.
And you get one of those books on physics, and it's just like you will never feel more dumb.
Have a phone call with Eric Weinstein.
Right.
Just have a phone call with him.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck are you even saying?
I know. It's really like if you've entertained the idea that you're smart, getting one of those books fixes that so quickly.
Real quick.